Hi everyone, my name is Trey and I'm the Creative Director of Play Inc. Over here at Play Inc., we tell stories that aim to inspire our audience to create values in their lives. The Classics Retold is a good example of how we can recreate stories that we know of, adding a twist to help us relate to the stories better in our current society. So sit back, relax and enjoy.
Hello everyone! Welcome to another installment of The Classics Retold, the place where stories unfold. This week, I tell you the story of not one, but 12 princesses, and they all love to dance. Are you ready to take the dance floor? There was once a king and a queen, and they had 12 daughters. The queen had taught them all how to dance, and they loved it. Lively tunes would be played throughout the palace, and they would twirl and whirl all day. They would move so gracefully and with such happiness, no one in the palace could resist joining in. Would you like to join in? Everyone stand up and follow me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pada-boo, break, pada-boo, break, hold. Entre-shot. Pada-boo, break, pada-boo, break, hold. Entre-shot. Well done, everyone. Now that you've seen all the steps, let's try the whole dance together one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pada-boo, break, pada-boo, break, hold. Entre-shot. Pada-boo, break, pada-boo, break, hold. Entre-shot. Well done, everyone. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And let's continue the story, shall we? The king loved his wife very much. And so, when an unknown disease took the queen's life, he was very, very sad. He forbade any form of music and dance in his palace, and this made his daughters very sad too. Music and dance was what brought joy to the place. And with the queen no longer around, the palace have seemed to plunge into darkness and despair. As time went by, the king started to suspect that his orders weren't being followed, for all the new shoes he had bought for his daughters had been worn out as if they'd been danced in. Determined to find out, the king followed behind his daughters as they went about their daily routine. First, they went to the village to provide counsel for the citizens. Next, they went to the spa to get their nails done. Lastly, they went to the animal shelter to visit their furry friends. Hello. These were all activities the king approved of. Nothing out of the ordinary. So why is it that their shoes were worn out at the end of the day? What do you think? When and where could the princesses have gone out dancing? Feeling confused and wary, the king decided to ask his daughters, "Have you been out dancing?" Blair, the eldest of the daughters, stepped up and answered, "No, father. We would never disobey your orders." "Then, explain to me, why is it your shoes are always worn out at the end of the day?" The princesses looked down, and indeed, there were holes in them. In fact, some of their soles had fallen off too. The princesses hadn't noticed it before. "We really don't know, father," Stacy, the youngest, replied. "Has someone meddled with them? Perhaps someone has cut holes into our shoes when we had to take them off at the spa." Summon all the servants and all the guards to the throne room. "Explain it to me," as his patience was wearing thin. And then Florence, the princess's personal maid, spoke. "Your Majesty, the princesses haven't been out dancing. Well, not knowingly anyway. Look at them. Look at how they're standing. king looked and finally understood. The princesses were standing in various dance positions the queen had taught them. Blair was standing in a small turnout V shape, bust position, he called it. Stacy had risen up on tiptoes. Releve, he remembered. Florence continued. They don't notice it either, but dance has been a part of them for so long that their daily activities has become a dance too. No one can take anything away from you if you don't allow it. The king forbade music to be played, but the princesses didn't need music to dance. The music was in them. The king forbade dancing, but the princesses didn't need a ballroom to dance. Dancing was a part of them, just like how their mother will always be a part of them. The queen may not be there in person, but she lived through the one she loved. From that day on, the king no longer banned music and dance. In fact, he joined in, whirling and whirling all day, every day. They were happy, and the king knew that this was the best way to honor his wife's memory. Before we go, I have a question for you. Is there something you love more than anything in the world? It can be a person, an object, or even an activity. Share your responses with us by commenting on this video or sending us a message here on Facebook or Instagram. Now it's time to close the show. Join us again for another classic retold.